Doing good today. I wanted to share just a testimony really about what God's been doing. I've been sharing snippets in the videos that I've been doing, and I will be sharing this testimony gradually because as you know, every testimony is linked to something else and there's so much that can be shared. But in terms of music, I have been hiding from music. I will use the word hiding, or I've stayed away from it for a few years now. And although music has always been a part of my life from a very young child, it got to a point where I felt very discouraged and I felt like I wasn't good enough. And I felt I needed a lot of assurance from people to make me feel that this is something that I should be doing or that I'm good enough to do. The word is good enough to do. And it's funny because I don't know why I even asked this, but I did actually pray about it to God a couple of years ago. And I just said, Lord, because I felt like I was falling out of love with music. I didn't listen to music much. I wasn't really singing much anymore. And I was kind of moving in a different direction. But the more I was moving away from it, the more I felt like I was trying to be somebody actually that I wasn't. In my head, I'm thinking, oh, I'm just exploring things. I'm just exploring my creativity. I'm just exploring other parts of who I am, which is all okay. But at the same time, I was actually running away from what God actually calling me to do. But at the same time, I wasn't really sure whether God wanted me to do it, whether it was just me taking an interest in it, if that makes sense. So I'd always wanted to be a part of a gospel choir, and there wasn't really any opportunities that I knew of, at least in the area that I lived in. And because the area that I live is quite quiet, there's not a lot of opportunities here. However, I remember talking to, because I'm a mum, I got 2 young girls, I was going to a lot of play groups and things like that. I remember talking to one lady and she was like sharing how she joined a choir. It wasn't a gospel choir, but it was a choir. And it made me think, oh, maybe there might be a gospel choir in the area that I live in that I don't know of. So I felt really encouraged by her, and I thought even if it's no gospel choir, to sing in something would be good. Because I was completely, when I say not in music, I had all my networks that I had established over the years were kind of lost or not really there. I lost a lot of contacts. I wasn't singing in church, just completely isolated from anything to do with music. So I just Googled it when I got home, and I managed to find a local gospel choir. I was completely surprised because I've never seen one in this area ever. And I told my husband about it, and I joined the choir, and it was a great experience, and I'm still part of that community choir today. And but still wasn't confident, even though the choir director said you can sing. He actually told me that. I didn't ask him, but he said it. I still wasn't completely sure. And I always, whenever I did sing, even like a lead song, I always felt like maybe it wasn't good enough. So anyway, I was still running away. And then I went to a church event, a local church event, which I've never been before, but I did. And I saw a lady that I'd met before, and she suddenly pat me on the shoulder and asked me to put my number in her phone. I knew she was in music, so she messaged me and said, oh, I'd love for you to join my gospel band. And I said, okay. So I kind of went with the flow. Basically what I'm trying to say is God was opening doors without me knocking, without me trying to push. It was just God opening doors. Whereas everything else I tried to pursue, I was trying to knock, I was trying to pursue it. I was feeling more discouraged because nothing was happening. I was doing that on and off. Lockdown happened. So lockdown happened, and it kind of messed me up, and I started going again towards anything else but music because I felt that it was a dead end for me. So it got to the end of last year and things were getting really tough again, like mentally for me, spiritually, everything was kind of getting really heavy and difficult for me. And I really pulled myself out to God, and I just like, God, seriously, if you really want me to do this music thing, you're going to have to make it happen because I've fallen out of love with it. It's a bit like a chore for me. I don't know if I can really do it. And literally the day after, I had a contact from somebody who wanted me to join singing a gospel band. Another person wanted me to sing as a backup for their events. And basically, again, God was opening doors. And so at the start of this year, I said, you know what, I'm gonna go for it. So this is what I'm doing. This is why I'm doing this YouTube video, this YouTube channel, because I'm really hoping that you will follow my journey, really. And I want to impart in you as much as I believe God has given me to impart to you, whether it be through songs or words of encouragement. So I will try and share more of my story so you can get more familiar with myself. But I do hope that what I've shared resonates with maybe one of you, that if you're doing what God has called you to do, he will make ways for you, even when you can't figure out the way, even when you can't see how it can be done. As long as you submit yourself to God, as long as you say, okay, God, I don't know how to do it, but you do, but please open the door, he will do it. And that's what he did to me. And I found that through walking in that path of obedience, I can say now that I was being disobedient before, I was being disobedient before, now I'm being obedient, that I feel freer. I feel free. And even with singing, I know I'm not taking credit for it. I'm not doing it for myself. I'm doing it because I'm trying to be obedient. And the more I'm doing it, the freer I feel I'm becoming. I'm feeling less insecure about myself, my voice, which is another subject altogether, and just trying to be me and figure that out. I'm still figuring it out, but just trying to be me, Soraya Ray, trying to be her, who she is and who God says I am. So be encouraged, be blessed. And the song that I'm going to sing is a song that I wrote in that time when I was just feeling free, and I do pray that you're blessed and encouraged by it. God bless you. Thank you for watching my videos. I do pray that you will watch more, and please feel free to share with others, okay? Take care. Bye.